everyone, today we are going to explain and talk about comparison tense. What is comparison tense? Comparison tense is two or more independent clauses joined together. For example, I opened the door and I went outside. There are three ways to form comparison sentences. The first way is use coordinator. The second is use conjunctive adverbs. And lastly, we can use semicolon to form it. Let's begin with coordinator, which consists of for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Or we can memorize it as fanboys. Let's start with the first one, for. For typically means because. For example, they knew the answers for they had already taken the exam. Or we can use because replace for. The meaning will be the same. For example, they knew the answers because they had already taken the exam. However, there is an exception. For cannot be fronted. It will be an error if you put for in front of the sentences. For example, for they had already taken the exam. They knew the answers. It is incorrect. The second one is and. We use and to join two or more independent clauses. For example, Jay likes cookies and Joe loves soft cream. The position can be switched to Joe loves soft cream and Jay likes cookies. The meaning still be the same. Apart from that, we can also use and to express cause and effect. For instance, I missed lunch and I'm starving now. For this usage, the position cannot be switched because it will be confusing. For example, I am starving now and I missed lunch. It's not completely incorrect, but it will make the listener confused. The third one is nor. Nor is used to join two negative clauses. For example, Rose doesn't like spicy food, nor do her children. We can use a neither instead of nor because it's more popular nowadays. For instance, Rose doesn't like spicy food and neither do her children.
The fourth one is but. But has two usages. The first usage can be used to express two different meanings. For example, Rose doesn't like spicy food, but I like it. The second usage is used to express denial of expectation, which it shows surprising effect after the first condition. For example, it's an old car, but it's very reliable. They rushed to the hospital, but they were too late. The fifth one is or. We use or to join independent clauses in different ways. It typically denotes mutual possibilities or choices. For example, you may go out to the cinema or you can stay at home. The sixth one is yet or and yet. We use yet to express denial of expectation. For example, Kelly was very late, yet many people waited for him. She does not speak Thai, and yet she seems to understand what we say. And the last one is so. We use so to introduce the second clause, which is the result from the first clause. For example, I am feeling hungry, so I'll go find something to eat. Next is the second way to form compound sentences, which is conjunctive adverbs. There are so many kinds of conjunctive adverbs, but I'll show you just the ones we normally see in real life. For example, however, nevertheless, still, on the other hand, in contrast, otherwise, accordingly, as a result, therefore, for example, for instance, or so, besides, moreover, and to. To use conjunctive adverbs, we need a semicolon before and a comma after. For example, community colleges offer preparation for many jobs. Moreover, they prepare students to transfer to a four-year college or university. As you see, a semicolon comes before moreover and a comma comes after it. Okay? And the last way to form compound sentences is semicolon. And it is an easiest way to form compound sentences. We use semicolon to join two independent clauses. For example, Poland was the first Eastern European country to turn away from communism. Others soon follow.
We hope you enjoy and understand more what the compound sentence is.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.